So friends, hi, welcome to the special session of Incoterms. Now this session is going to be the most important session for you, for those who are studying for CDCS. Today I will be covering all the 11 Incoterms, okay, which are used in the international trade, as well as they are there in the CDCS exam also. In details I will be covering. So watch the video completely, like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon, okay. Do this first. Okay, let's start with the topic. So, let's start with the Incoterms. See, the latest Incoterms are Incoterms 2020. Okay, 2020. These are the going on right now. There are total 11 Incoterms. 11. Okay. X-Works, FCA, CPT, CIP, DAP. First we'll study SHIP, okay, then we'll study the remaining ones. Let's X-Works, FCA, FOB, CFR, CIF. These are the SHIP Incoterms. So how many? 1, X-Works is separate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, FS. So total 6 Incoterms we'll study first. Then we will go for non-SHIP Incoterms. CPT, CIP, DAP, okay. Then we will go for the D Incoterms, DDP, DDU, okay, and DAP. So these Incoterms we will see later, okay. So let's start one by one. The best Incoterm for seller, for exporter is X-Works. The means least risky. What does the seller say in this? I will put the goods on my doorstep in my factory. Buyer has to pick up the goods from here. So maximum risk lies on the buyer over here. In case of X-Works. See, what is Incoterm basically? Incoterm is the transfer of risk from seller to buyer, where the risk of seller ends and where the risk of the buyer starts. That's basically Incoterm. So when we say X-Works, so seller will say, I'll put it on my doorstep in my factory. You collect it from my factory. So that is X-Works. Okay. This is, as I told you, least risk for the exporter and no duty, nothing is paid by this seller over here, right? Then comes next which comes is this FS. Means what? Here the seller will put the goods in the ship, in the truck, container, and the container will leave, okay, to this, to the port. So now what happens? At port, the container will drop the goods at the port. Now under FAS, free alongside ship. Alongside ship means what? The ship is over here and I am putting it on the port, jetty you can call it. So here the export customs duty at the export. See, there will be a customs house over here also, over here also. Both the places there will be a customs house. Here customs house and here one customs house. So the customs duty over here at FAS will be paid by the seller, exporter. He will put the goods over here, means he will put it inside the port. So customs duty has to be paid. But the placement will be alongside the ship, not in the ship. In the ship means what? Then comes FOB, free on board. In FOB what happens? The goods are taken from here and loaded to the ship on the board. Okay, free on board. There are two things in the ship. One is deck, second is board. See, this is the ship, right? This is deck, and this is board. So goods are always loaded on the board. Okay, they are never loaded on the deck. People are always on the deck. Okay, otherwise goods will fall down, isn't it? So loading of these goods. Now you will say, sir, what is the difference, main difference between this FAS and FOB? Means only loading. But loading charges are so heavy So heavy because it's not, you are not just picking up a bag and keeping it over there. Loading requires those gantry cranes, okay, big cranes. So those cranes, they charge you heavily. Sometimes it's as good as the traveling, this logistic charges, okay, it's that much. So that's why FOB putting it on the board. This is a major Incoterm. Many of the countries, including our country, Bharat, many countries give pre-shipment finance based on FOB only. Many of the facilities given in the countries are based on FOB. So this is one of the important Incoterm. Then comes CFR. CFR means cost and freight. This DAT, I'll remove it now because I'll come to this DAT later. Okay? CFR, cost and freight. What does the seller say over here? Now the seller says, see, I have put the goods over here. So FOB, I have done. What I'll do is, goods are put on that ship on the board. Now what will I do? I'll purchase the logistics cost, means traveling cost of this ship, means the ticket, you can call it, right? So that also I'll purchase. So now the traveling charges of this ship are on the side of the seller. Buyer doesn't bear it, okay? Or the charges which for logistics basically. So that is CFR. But now one problem comes. That problem is, in CFR, suppose if tomorrow this ship sinks over here, means this ship is standing over here on the port. Imagine the goods are put on the port, the freight charges are taken. Freight means that BL is taken. Everything is taken by the seller. So now the ship is standing, it has to leave. But now the ship sinks over here, inside, immediately down. Who will bear the loss? What will the seller say? Seller will say, see, my job was what? To put the goods on the board and buy the ticket. I have purchased it, my job is over. Now, whether the ship sinks or whether the ship floats, that's not my concern. So the insurance of this part in CFR will be taken by the buyer. Now, if the insurance comes to the seller, then it becomes CIF. Cost, insurance and freight. Cost, insurance and freight. Then it becomes CIF. Okay? Got this point? Cost, insurance and freight. So here the risk is also covered. The carrying cost is also covered. Right? So both the things are covered over here. So these are the ship Incoterms. Now it might happen that the goods might not be taken by ship. They might be taken by this truck or railway, anything. See, other than ship, anything. Truck, railway, airplane, anything. Okay? So in that case, what do we do? In that case, see this. Then the new Incoterms come in. One is FCA, free carrier. Okay, FCA, free carrier. What is this FCA? This FCA is same as, see this FCA is same as FOB. You can combine them. FCA on the road. I've prepared a sheet also. I'm having the sheet. See this. FCA on the road equals to FOB on ship. Okay? FCA on the road or airplane or anything is same as FOB on ship. Okay? So, it is same as, FCA is same as FOB. So, the goods will be loaded in the truck or railway or anything and my job is over once the goods are loaded. Now, second Incoterm on the road comes in. See, I'll only call it road, but it is, when I say road, it means road, railway, airplane, anything other than ship. Second job is, I'll pay the traveling expenses or the carrying expenses of this truck. So that's called as CPT, carriage paid to. Now what is this? This is same as CFR. CPT is same as CFR, cost and freight. Okay? See this. CFR equals to CPT. Okay? Sometimes we call it C&F also. CFR is also called as C&F. Then next, now if the truck meets with an accident, then who will bear the losses? So that's why we bring CIP. CIP means seller will bear this. Insurance will be taken by the seller. So CIB, cost and insurance paid. So cost and insurance means what? Here the transport charges are also paid and the insurance is also paid. Both the things are paid by the seller. Okay. So here your C Incoterms end. C Incoterms or road Incoterms, they end. Okay. CIP, CPT, FCA. Got it? Now comes the next Incoterm, that is known as D Incoterm. Now this D Incoterm, there is a major change in 2020 Incoterm. Earlier we had a term called as DAT, Delivery at Terminal. But now under Incoterm 2020, DAT has been removed. Delivery at Terminal has been removed now. Now there is no term called as DAT. Some books still give it, but it's not existing anymore. Okay? So, what are the Incoterms then? Then come, one is DAP, second is DDP, and there is one more that's called as DDU. DDU, DDP, DAP. These are the Incoterms. Now what is DAP? Delivery at place. Delivery at place means the place at which I will say. Here the customs duty at exporter side is paid by the seller. But on the importer side at DAP, customs is unpaid. Customs is unpaid. DAP, customs becomes unpaid. That is to be paid by the buyer. Okay? That is DAP. Now DDU, delivery duty unpaid. So here what happens? The seller will put the goods on the port side of the buyer. On the port of the buyer, delivery duty unpaid. The customs will not be paid by the seller in DDU. He will just, the ship will reach there, he will take the goods from the ship, okay, and place it whichever place it is allowed on that port. So there the goods would be placed by the seller from the seller side. Okay. Again the gantry clearance and everything will come. So that is DDU. But here also the delivery duty means the customs duty at the importer side is not paid by the seller. In DAP and DDU, the importer side duty is not paid by the seller. Last Incoterm is DDP, delivery duty paid. This is the best Incoterm for the buyer because it carries least risk. Everything will be borne by the seller. So here the customs duty at the importer side will also be paid by the seller. At his side he will definitely pay, but this side also it will be paid. So these are the differences in DAP, DDU and DDP. Okay, in DDU the goods would be only loaded at the port or the importer side. In DAP the goods would be placed at the place where the buyer says. Place, whatever buyer says, that place. DDU, no place, directly on the port. You collect it from the port. And DDP at your place. Whichever place you are agreed, there. Okay? So these are the major 11 Incoterms. See the analogies I have given it over here. FOB equals to FCA, CFR equals to CPT, CIF equals to CIP. DAT, now this is gone, DAT. So now it has become DAP. Okay, XWorks is XWorks, DDP is DDP, FAS is nothing. Okay, free alongside ship, there is no combination. There is no analogy to road. Ship, what is the analogy to ship? Okay. So these are the equalities or analogies. Okay. Now see, this table gives you, it's available on social media also. This table gives you the risk bifurcation. It is same what we discussed just now. You can watch it. Okay, pause this video and watch it. I'll be on the side for some time. Okay, so you can watch it, pause it, take the photograph, and then watch it. Okay. So it is same. Who covers what? Okay. Now the last part. Look at this. DAT, again directly remove it. DAT does not exist now. DAP. Okay, instead of DAT, nowadays we have DAP, delivery at place. Okay. This I have given special explanation. Why? Because this requires some special attention. D Incoterm. So DAP, delivery at place, named place of destination. Seller pays for carriage to the named place except for the cost related to import clearance. Assumes all risk prior to the point that the goods are ready for unloading by the buyer. Okay. So basically it means at the place which the buyer says. So this is DAP. DDP, delivery duty unpaid and delivery duty paid. So here named place for destination. So seller is responsible for delivering the goods to the named place in the country of the buyer and pays all the cost in bringing the goods to the destination, including import duties and taxes. So all the charges in DDP are paid by the seller. This term places the maximum obligation on the seller and minimum obligation on the buyer. Right? This is DDP. There is one more Incoterm called as DDU, delivery duty unpaid. Here, as I told you, the goods would be placed at a customs house of the importer's place, but delivery duty is not paid, means customs duty is not paid. Okay? So these were the Incoterms. Okay? Bye. So all those who are appearing for CDCS, kindly note the batches for CDCS have started as Adda247. All the 5 elements UCP, ISP, ISBP, URR and EUCP, latest versions, all are covered over here. Okay? You get ebooks as well, question banks, test, 5 full-length test, same as that of your paper, MGDC, FODC both. And look at this, discount is huge. For that you will have to use the code. See this, the code is Vishal Sir, VISHALSIR, Vishal Sir 50. Use this code and see the price automatically reduces by 50%. If you want discounts, see, discount means if you want installments, because sometimes it's not possible to fetch so much money. Because see, the fees of CDCS is also huge, and those who are appearing, the class fees is okay, means we have kept it as low as possible. So you can call over here. See, if you want to go for CDCS, you can call on the number. See this number. Directly go and call on this number 92400238281. Press 91 if you are from other country. So everyone and anyone, kindly join the course immediately. Also follow the YouTube channel of us. Okay, YouTube channel of CDCS. Okay, CDCS Adda. Just type CDCS Adda. Okay, and on YouTube you will directly get the CDCS channel. Okay, all the points are covered over here. See the CDCS at Adda247. This channel. Directly you will get all the details. Many important questions, many important topics are covered. Okay. So join it ASAP and join the classes. Okay. Bye.